name is Adrian Swanson. Call me Coach Swanson. I've been coaching since 2007. So I've been coaching for a long time. I've been the head coach at Washington since around 2019, 19 or 20, 2019 or 20. I've had a lot of different coaching jobs per se when it comes to coaching, not just at a high school level, but summer track, USA track and field, things like that. I've been running track myself for I can't tell you how many years, man. I probably started when I was probably freshman in high school per se, being really, really, really into it. But before that, track wasn't in the cards for me. I really didn't like it at first, but I had to grow to liking it. So that's a
Okay.
little bit about me so far.
Yeah, well, we've all had a similar journey
Yeah,
in terms of we were doing something because everybody else was doing it, and then it turned
yeah,
into something else,
yeah.
and then
Turned
we're
into
like,
something.
wait.
I literally was like, nah, I'm not doing it. Ended up doing it.
I got
Yeah.
you. Well, how'd you get into coaching?
Well, when I graduated college, I took a USATF level one coaching class. But at the time, I was still running professionally. And as soon as I got done running professionally, I just wanted to start coaching right away. So one of the coaching first coaching jobs I had was actually at Ben Davis when I was just finishing up with my professional running career. So what really got me into it was the fact that I wanted to teach people what I knew, and not only what I knew, what I can figure out and then come up with my own type of strategies or things like that for coaching in general. So I just want to experiment a little bit and see what I can do on my own.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's dope. And the rest is history.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So can you tell us about the evolution of your program? And you talked about doing both high school and club track. And so how your training has evolved, how your programs have evolved under your leadership.
Okay, I got to give props to my mentor, Coach Carl Hubbard. When it comes to the program evolving at a high school level, had to change the culture of the kids in general. The kids and the culture that we have for most of these kids it's very slim. These kids are all doing the same thing and nobody has individuality.
Mhm.
So for me, when I coach these kids, I want them to all be individuals. You're all not going to be a sprinter. You're all not going to be a jumper. You're all not going to be a distance runner. You're all not going to be an 800-meter runner. So I teach family first
Mhm.
over anything, right? I have the kids at my house. We have movie nights. We have barbecues. We play flag football. We do all types of stuff that a family would do when it comes to
Mhm.
the team. So for me, it's all about family unity and support. And each student athlete needs to hold not only themselves accountable, but their teammates accountable.
Mhm.
So I do a thing where I have them fill out a card at the beginning, the first day of practice, first day of conditioning, and they got to write their goals, what they want to do, and where they want to be by the end of the year. And another athlete on a team will get that card, and they have to hold this athlete accountable. So, hey, why are you slacking? You told me, on this card that you wanted to get to this point. So that's one of the things that I think is very beneficial with the team, and that's actually something new I just started.
Mhm.
But initially, it was more of, okay, well, if you want to be the best, you got to put in that extra work when nobody's looking.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that
Mhm.
philosophy of the kids holding each other accountable.
Oh yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that, yeah, putting that pressure back on them
Oh
and to
yeah.
make everybody else like, hey,
Hmm.
I saw your card. I know what you're supposed to be doing, and I think that transcends beyond just the track. It's the
Oh, it does.
Yes.
It
classroom.
does.
It's out socially. It's all of that stuff. Like you can't be at the basketball game cutting up if
Right.
and expect this to
Hmm.
go well.
Yep.
Right. No, that's great. And also the family aspect too, for a lot of the athletes in general, like their teammates become their family. So I think that's a really important aspect as well. But I love the hold each other accountable too, because I know they be clowning like
Oh yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
did that rep slow or you ain't.
I was funny to me. I went to my mailbox today in school. Sorry, I'm getting off subject, but
No, 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 you
I
good.
went to my mailbox in school today. I had 5 sheets of notebook paper in there, and each sheet was a thank you letter from
Oh,
some of my athletes. They
Mm-hmm.
said, well, hey, if I didn't have you, coach, I don't know where I would have been. Or
Mm-hmm.
thank you for believing in me with this and that and the third. So those are the kind of things that I love, right? Those are the kind
Mm-hmm.
of things that I want to see the impact that I have on them, because I don't just treat them like a student athlete. I treat them like my
Mm-hmm.
own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that I like the most.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'm with you on that one. That is
Yeah.
a great feeling. Like I
Yeah.
had
Oh yeah.
even I had it was a few years back, but I had a kid had coached when they were in high school and
Mm-hmm.
he was off in college and she called me one day and was like, I'm just calling to tell you thank you. And I was
Feel
like,
good.
for what? She was
Feel
like,
good, don't
we were
it?
right. She was like, we were all sitting around talking about the best coaches we've ever had. And I was like, I gotta
Yeah.
call my coach.
Yeah. Feel good.
Listen,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
how you know
man.
you make an impact for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Right.
especially when you find that one individual that just need that support, because if they don't get the support, they're going to be doing something they shouldn't be doing,
Right.
right?
Absolutely.
And it's just putting them on a
Absolutely.
different path and getting them where they need to be. And that's the
Hmm.
thing that really I love the most, to tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Those
Because
transferable skills are
Oh
super
yeah.
important. And people don't realize like how being involved is for they think it's just, oh, compete, compete, perform, perform. But if
Hmm.
you're an amazing coach, you're doing more than that to pour
Oh
into
yeah, for
them
sure, for
and
sure.
how they live and how what type of character they have, what type of person
Hmm.
they are. And so they can reach back and do the same thing. So that's
Hmm.
really, really dope.
Yeah.
How do you balance the technical aspects of training with physical conditioning?
Okay. Well, we did stairs yesterday. That's that's conditioning, right? So, the technical aspect, I have technical days, really,
Hmm.
days where we just work on technique, agility, knee lift, drive, things like that. And then I have days where we work on conditioning, strength. I'm trying to think of the other things that we worked on. Power. One thing that I've transitioned to is working those quick twitch muscles, which kind of
Hmm.
something that I wasn't doing too much of at the beginning of my coaching, but
Hmm.
now I'm realizing with how coaching is changing, and it's constantly changing.
Right.
But working those quick twitch muscles and things like that.
Right. I have a
hmm,
follow-up to that when we're talking about the having technical days, and because a lot of times, I'll speak for us when we first get athletes who are jumpers and who are hurdlers, that's all they want to do. Like, let's just work on the
Yeah.
technique. Let's
Oh
just
yeah.
jump. Let's just jump. So, like having those conversations didn't help them understand you need the physical conditioning. So, how have
Mhm.
you kind of helped your athletes buy into the that's one component of it
Yeah.
but you need to do this in order to do jump after jump or run a hurdle and stuff like that.
Okay. So for instance, I have a decent sized throwing crew.
Hmm.
I have about 6 or 7 shot putters and discus throwers. They do every drill that the runners do at the beginning of practice before they do anything, because they're
Hmm.
going to need that hip mobility. They're going to need
Right.
that lower body strength. They're going to need all of that work. They do the falling
Hmm.
starts, the sprint work. They do all of that. So with them, that's how I keep them in the loop of that.
Hmm.
Um, Now jumpers are a little more technical when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because they're a little picky. They either want to just do jump work or they just want to do sprint work. So it's
Yes.
like, okay, what we got to do both. You got to do both. So what I do is I make sure that my jumpers are very vast when it comes to being able to do a actual sprinting event. So
Hmm.
my jumpers,
Hmm.
they'll either do the 200 or they'll do the 100. Either
Hmm.
I may have some 400 jumpers in there though. Those 400
Yeah,
got some bounce in
absolutely.
their legs.
Yeah.
So um, now when one of the events that we do not have covered is pole vault, which I wish we did.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can teach it, but I got to be able to have a pole vault
Yeah.
pit in order to be able to do that kind of stuff. So that's
Yeah.
one of those things
Yeah.
where money's involved in.
Yeah. That's
uh,
how me and Coach Ware be out there. Like, we know how it's supposed to look.
yeah.
yeah. But you gotta have
The
to at least give
Bobo
you the
coach.
basics,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta
the
have all the
fundamentals
basic
to make
stuff.
it
Basic
happen
stuff gotta
though.
be there, right?
Yeah.
So I hope I answered your question when it came to
Yes,
the technical
absolutely.
aspect. But
Yes. Yes.
it's and you know what? Even though I don't have a large distance part of my team, my distance runners will do sprint work as well,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So they do everything at the beginning. Now their workouts are different,
Hmm.
but warming up, doing the sprint work, doing the agility stuff, they need all of that. So I'll make sure
Hmm.
they do all of that too.
Right. Absolutely.
because each race at the end of it becomes a what?
Spread.
There we go.
Right. Yeah, that is a fact. Uh, Now, when you have like newcomers,
Mhm.
how do you balance that out? The newcomers, your vets, how do you bring them into the fold and
Well,
work them till they get to the point where they can contribute?
okay, so I teach. I have, well, first off, my captains help, right? So I
Mhm.
got captains on the team that they run the drills. I don't have to do anything at the beginning of practice until it's time to actually do the workout. It's like
Mhm.
a well-oiled machine. They come in, I tell them how many laps they need to do. After that, they do their drills. They run through everything. They do falling starts, do everything on their own. I'm just sitting back looking at them and seeing who's slacking and whatnot. But when it comes to newcomers, I pull them to the back of the line, first off.
Mhm.
Keep a good lookout on what you see. Emulate whoever the best person is on the team that's doing that particular thing that you're trying to learn that day. All right.
Mhm.
Eventually, you're going to move up in that line. By the time you get to the front of this line, you are going to be the one saying, high knees, ready? Let's go. Bam. And they do it.
Mhm.
So each person is going to be able to step up. So that's
Mhm.
how I incorporate them. I let them sit back and observe. Okay. And I tell them, just sit back and watch for a second. I may even pull them to the side and work with them individually. Uh,
Mhm.
but the best thing I like getting individuals that never done the sport
Mhm.
because it's like getting a ball of clay and
Hmm.
molded it into whatever you want it to be. So
Mhm.
I love new athletes because that's what I feel like I can do to them. Just mold them into the athlete I want them to be.
Mhm.
Speaking of new athletes, you had I believe she was a new athlete at state last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So she's no longer at Washington.
Oh, really?
Oh,
She's no longer at
oh,
Washington. Yeah,
Oh
she's at
man.
Elkhart.
okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. She was a freshman. She went 15 low as a
Mhm.
freshman in 100 hurdles. But she's also a basketball player.
Mhm.
So she plays basketball and runs. Well, I don't know if she's going to run this year, but we'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see. If we do, we'll
Yeah.
see her.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're
We'll
still
see
wishing
her.
her all the best, but we were
Yeah, me
hyped
too. I
that
wish her.
we were hyped. We know you are. We were just hyped like when we saw her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like what?
I was hyped too. I was like, oh man, I got 3 more years with her. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, she's still my athlete. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll still help her
absolutely.
out, but she
Absolutely.
goes to Elkhart now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man.
And
Yeah, I
whatever
was
her coach
like,
got for her, I'm gonna let him do. If she needs anything, she'll call.
because for now you've been running the table with the hurdles. So
Yes.
tell us about, well, tell me about this relationship because you're coaching your daughter. I find that to be sometimes it can be challenging. My
Very,
daughter runs,
very.
so I'm
Yeah.
I'm really just as a selfish question here. Like, how does that relationship work? I mean, is it dad on the track or is it just coach on the track and then dad at home? How do we work that out?
She, it's a little bit of both. She doesn't call me coach on the track. She calls me dad.
Mm.
Which some coaches may be like, oh, you got to call me coach in front of nah. Ask my daughter, she can call me dad all day. I don't care, But we have a conflict sometimes when she responds as daughter Adriana or athlete Adriana. It's a big difference. Daughter Adriana will say, I don't even really I don't want to do that. Now, athlete Adriana will be like, okay, what I need to do. Tell me what I need to do.
Mhm.
All right, bet. I'm on it. All right. So
Mhm.
I get both.
Mhm.
Probably every day I'll probably get both. There's some days
Mhm.
where I may just get, all right, I'm ready to get busy, let's get it. But some days I'll get, all right, I ain't feeling good today, Dad. Do I yeah, you still need to do that. Right.
Mhm.
So it's just it can be a struggle sometimes, but I can say the one thing that is very beneficial is I can see glimpses of myself in her when there's other athletes around.
Mhm.
Now, let me elaborate on that. Not only does she do what I want her to do, she's helping the next person, right? So this other hurdler that I had last year, I wasn't just her coach, right? Adriana was helping her as well. You know,
Mm-hmm.
telling her, hey, this is what you need to do. Stop thinking about that. Just focus on this.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, because I can't beat her all the time.
Right.
But to answer your question again, the dynamics with me and her, it can be a struggle sometimes. But the past year and a half, past 2 years, has been very smooth with her reception of no, trusting the process for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get her to understand that there is a process and just trust it. If it doesn't work, we'll do it your way. But if it works my way, we're gonna keep doing it my way. You know, that's just how it is. And it worked my way, so we're gonna keep doing it my way.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
congratulations, by the way. We
Yes,
saw some
Thank
signs
you.
with
absolutely.
IU.
Thank you. Thank you.
Big
Yeah.
Yeah,
congratulations.
appreciate it.
I know that's like, whew,
I know.
one less thing to worry about.
I was talking to her just yesterday on the way home from practice. And she was looking at me crazy because I already had to do all these stairs and stuff today. So yesterday, I said one thing that I never felt was being a state champ and having to go back to state and and how can I put it, defend that title. Now we're not at
Mm-hmm.
state yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, Lord willing, we get back there and you be able to defend. But I said, how does it feel to know that you're the state champ and you're going back? She was like, don't know yet. How do I? She's like, she really can't explain how it feels. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna ask her that question again when it gets down to it, once we get to sectionals and stuff like that. But because I've never had to experience that per se. Now I've got state titles under my belt and multiple state medals, but I've never won it and then came back and won it again. It's one of
Mm-hmm.
those
Mm-hmm.
things that I never had to do. But I did go from third place to second place to first place.
Yeah,
There
So
you
there you
go.
go.
You did the sweep on that one.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
dope. So
Now,
how do you, I mean, even with the question you asked her and how she responded, she clearly is confident, but she's
Yeah,
humble. So
yeah.
how do you teach that? I mean, or I shouldn't say how do you, that's a part of the culture that you're teaching with your
Mhm.
athletes. You could tell even with it being your daughter. I mean, because most people are probably looking like, oh my gosh, I'm running against her, right? But for her, even as a defending state champ, to be like, I don't know how
Yeah.
it feels. So how do you teach that balance of I want you to be confident and ready to compete, but let your work speak for itself?
Well, that's gonna come from feeling good at practice for the most part. She had a couple questions today about not feeling fast coming off the hurdle. Well, in
Mm-hmm.
reality, she was looking pretty quick to me, but
Mm-hmm.
she's so hard on herself, and I'm hard on
Mm-hmm.
her too. If it's not what she wants, she's gonna continue to try to do it to get
Mm-hmm.
better. That being said, I think that what she did say is I'm not even worrying about 100 hurdles right now. I'm focusing on indoor state. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
She said,
Mm-hmm.
she said, if my time is better and I perform better at indoor, outdoor is not going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm. I
I
love
will
that.
perform outdoor if my indoor is better. And I
I
said, that's
love
true,
that.
because that's the part of the race we need to work on is indoor.
Mm-hmm. I
hmm.
love that.
Now, speaking of indoor, it is a long season,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
right? So, what measures do you put in place to keep your athletes healthy throughout the season?
Waiting for this question. All right. So I'm a little unorthodox. I do a lot of unorthodox stuff. We we ice bath consistently as a team. Everybody. I don't care if you're a
Mm-hmm.
shot putter or a distance runner. You're ice bathing, all
Mm-hmm.
right, for recovery. We have pool days. We work out in the pool. We do pool workouts. So that's another thing that I implemented years ago that we've been doing every year. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we also do a static stretching day, even though we don't do a lot of static stretching because we don't want those ligaments and muscles too loose.
Mm-hmm.
We do static stretching days. We do I make sure, well, I try to make sure, but I can't control everything they eat.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to make them stay away from pop and spicy stuff
Mm-hmm.
during the season.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from it. Don't touch it. Don't do it. I don't provide it. Now, if I have some, you can't get none. Right? But that's a different story. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, I make sure that we do a lot of different things that will benefit them when it comes to I'm taking care of the body for the most part.
Like you try your best. The nutrition is super important, right? And so
Yes.
with that, how involved are the parents? How involved do you and I'll pause because sometimes parents be a little bit too involved. But
Well,
do you involve them?
I I try to involve the parents as much as I can, but we're the side of town that we're on and the area around Washington High School, it's a lot of kids that are right. A
Gotcha.
lot of them don't have a lot of support.
Mhm.
So when I'm talking to them or they're going through something, usually they it's the coach they talk to because I'm with them more than they are at home.
Yeah,
Plus, I'm
yeah,
a teacher and they see me all day at school anyway.
yeah, yeah.
So and I got an open door. They can come to my room whenever they need to.
Hmm.
Okay, to talk about anything. Even if you want to come in my room, sit and cry in a chair, go sit in a chair
Hmm.
in my office. Right.
Yeah.
So I try my best
Hmm.
to incorporate the parents. I will have a parent meeting
Hmm.
with the parents, and I'll tell the kids, hey, make sure your mom and dad come, or make sure your care provider, whoever your care provider
Hmm.
is, come, right? Especially when it comes to senior night. I mean, because it is ain't nothing like a kid walking by itself. I don't want to ever see that,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Even if
Hmm.
I got to walk with you,
Yeah.
somebody's going to be there to support you. So
Hmm.
um, I do believe this year already has been this year and last year, we had a lot more parent support than we had over the past years. And that comes with the kids letting their parents know that they really love this and this is what they want to do. So
Hmm.
that being said, yes, it is a lot more parent involvement than I had in
Hmm.
the past.
Yeah.
And I will always love to have parent involvement, especially when it comes to providing assistance when it comes to either
Hmm.
track meets help or
Hmm.
team dinners and things like that. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Okay. Now, how do you being in the building? I'm assuming it's a little bit easier to attract
Yes.
new talent. So,
Yes.
so how is it that you? How do you? Are you like at the basketball games? Like, hey, you should come off the track. Or
Man, you
like,
know what? I'm one of look, believe it or not, I love talking to people, but then again, if I can be by myself, I'll be by myself. Right.
Yeah.
But my classroom is I teach so I teach industrial design. So I teach architectural design class and then I also teach construction. So I'm all the way at the end of the school. So if I don't get out and walk around, I'm not gonna see nobody unless they're in my class
Hmm.
for the most part. So yeah, I will stand outside in that hallway. I'll go to some games. I'll go walk in the cafeteria. I've talked to so many people that doesn't even attend Washington, but are there for the CTE program, and they actually go to another school. And I'm asking them, "Hey, you run track? Hey, you run track? Hey, you run track?" I'll ask them straight up, Hey, what sports do you do? You look like you run track." I'm that guy that's that'll say something to him in the hallway. So yeah, I mean that's one way that I do a lot of recruiting. Now the other thing is I'll put an announcement out there. I'll make
Hmm.
a PA announcement, and every day they'll say that PA announcement until I get some more kids. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. Now
Hmm.
I'll even challenge them. I'll be like, hey, if you think you're the fastest, the announcement will say, hey, if you think you're the fastest in the school and you think you can beat anybody on this team, come on out. Come try it out. See what you think.
Yes.
Like stuff, I'll do stuff like that. Right.
Yes.
But I'm one of those individuals and coaches or teachers where I like to keep it fun. I like to keep it interesting. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you from the gate. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing if I don't have to. Right.
Hmm.
So that's just me in a nutshell.
How do you see yourself building on what you've achieved thus far with your program? Like, what are you looking forward to?
This year, actually, I'm looking forward to seeing some of these younger athletes I have because I got a lot of freshmen and a
Hmm.
lot of sophomores that are showing a lot of potential. Like I said, a lot of clay that needs to be molded right now.
Hmm.
So I'm looking to the future because I think I'm going to have a pretty solid team coming here pretty soon, next couple years. My teams have always been small,
Hmm.
but I rather have a small team of horses
Right.
and a big team of little chihuahuas and stuff like that. I'm not trying to have nobody just running around barking. I need some dogs or some real horses out there
Yes. Yes.
because you can literally you can win state with 5 people,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
even 4, right?
Yeah.
You can win sectionals with 4 or 5. I'm gonna get
Hmm.
you, and we're one of those schools where we don't have like I said we don't have a lot of distance. We don't win a lot of meets,
Hmm.
but we will take most of those first places that you see at that meet.
Hmm.
Okay. So that's one thing that I take pride in, and I let my kids know it. I tell them, hey, look, they know we here. We're not a
Mhm.
big team, but they know we are here.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Now, coach, if we were college coaches, who on your team would you tell us to kind of keep an eye out for?
Okay, Jalil Nilly. There's one kid. So Nilly, he's I think he's third in the class right now. His GPA is 4 point something. Good student, good kid, good athlete, shot putter, discus thrower. So I would say keep an eye out for Jalil Nilly. Okay. The other person would be Jonathan Williams. We call him John John. He was my anchor leg on my 4x1. He's easily going to be under 10.8 this year by far. Okay. Probably 10.6. He's going to be pretty good. Then we have Xavier Walker. He's a little speed bullet. He's a bullet. He's about 5'2", right? But he's the best starter on the team, and he's my number one leg on my the first leg on that 4x1. He's pretty tough. And then I have a 400/200 guy, um, Elijah Young.
Mhm.
He's working through some injuries right now, but I believe he's going to be a major impact when it comes to that 200 and that 400 this year. And he was also on my 4x1 that won sectionals and regionals this year. So I got
Nice.
three of those guys coming back. Only lost one, and
Nice.
I have a decent picking of some guys that can fill that spot for sure.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anybody. Now, so far, no. Like I said, this is a young team, so
Mhm.
those would be those for the four individuals that I would recommend.
Nice.
all right, well, good deal. Well, coach, we appreciate you joining us. And
Yeah,
Yes.
when we
We
get
got
off,
you on here.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
yeah.
And if
All
people wanted
right.
to follow along, is there a social media, a Facebook page, or something that you want them to kind of keep track of you guys with?
Well, we have our South Bend Washington Athletics page. We have an amazing photographer, Brian Ayala. He does an amazing job with our photos and things like that. So go there, check us out, look at the schedule. This year is going to be a little different. We're going to be running in some invitational meets, some in Illinois, um,
Mhm.
and gonna try and get some in Kentucky and Ohio.
Mhm.
Indoor season, get into some bigger meets with a lot of faster people, so we can get some good competition.
Mhm.
That all should be on as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it this year.
Well,
Thanks
thank you
again.
for all you do. Yes.
Thank you for all y'all doing. I've been checking y'all. Y'all. Hey, okay, yeah, keep it going. Keep it going.
All right, appreciate that.
All right.